In the history of France, many love stories have been told through books, poems, and movies. Yet among all of them, one romance continues to fascinate the world more than 2 centuries later: the passionate relationship between Napoleon Bonaparte and Josephine de Beauharnais. Their story was filled with love, ambition, jealousy, heartbreak, and destiny. It was not simply a romance between a man and a woman, it was a love story that changed history itself. Before becoming the powerful Emperor of France, Napoleon was a young military officer with enormous dreams. He was ambitious, intelligent, and determined to conquer Europe. However, despite his confidence on the battlefield, his heart completely surrendered when he met Josephine in Paris. Josephine was elegant, charming, and sophisticated. Unlike Napoleon, she was already familiar with the high society of Paris. She had survived the violence of the French Revolution and had become one of the most admired women in France. When Napoleon first saw her, he instantly fell in love. Their relationship developed quickly. Napoleon became obsessed with Josephine and wrote passionate letters to her almost every day. His words revealed emotions that surprised even his closest friends. During military campaigns far away from Paris, he constantly thought about her. One of his famous letters said, "I wake filled with thoughts of you. Your image and the memory of last night's intoxicating pleasure have left no rest to my senses." In 1796, the couple married. Napoleon was deeply in love and believed Josephine was the woman destined to stand beside him forever, but their marriage was far from perfect. As Napoleon's military victories made him more powerful, rumors of betrayal and infidelity surrounded their relationship. Napoleon became extremely jealous whenever he heard stories about Josephine spending time with other men while he was away at war. These rumors caused emotional pain and tension between them. Still, despite the arguments and heartbreak, Napoleon could never truly stop loving her. Even after becoming Emperor of France in 1804, Josephine remained at the center of his emotional world. She was crowned empress beside him in the magnificent Notre Dame Cathedral ceremony that shocked Europe. However, one problem threatened their future. Josephine could not give Napoleon an heir. For an emperor building a dynasty, having a son was politically essential. Over time, pressure from advisors and politicians grew stronger. Napoleon faced an impossible choice between love and the future of his empire. In 1809, with great sadness, Napoleon decided to divorce Josephine. The separation devastated both of them. During the official divorce ceremony, witnesses described tears flowing from their eyes. Napoleon himself admitted publicly that Josephine had brought happiness and warmth into his life. Even after their divorce, they continued writing to each other and remained emotionally connected. Napoleon provided her with wealth, protection, and respect until the end of her life. He married another woman later to secure an heir, but many historians believe he never loved anyone the way he loved Josephine. Years later, after losing his empire and being exiled far from France, Napoleon still remembered her. According to historical accounts, one of the last names he whispered before his death was Josephine. Their story survived because it represents something deeply human: the conflict between ambition and love. Napoleon conquered nations, commanded armies, and changed European history forever, yet he could not escape the emotional power Josephine held over his heart. Today, their romance remains one of the most famous love stories in French history. Books, documentaries, and films continue to explore their relationship, and visitors in Paris still discover places connected to their unforgettable lives. The love between Napoleon and Josephine proves that even the most powerful people in history can be vulnerable when it comes to the heart. Empires may rise and fall, but true passion leaves an eternal mark on history.